About an hour ago, has moved out of downtown Indianapolis. It's 75 degrees and humid outside. We're going up to 91. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. It is going to stay hot across the Hoosier State for the next couple of days. Forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service says temperatures will be in the mid-90s by Tuesday.
We get high temperatures possibly approaching the mid-90s with heat index values above 105 to 110.
And then things should start to cool down a bit by the end of the week as we head into the weekend. Gunshots on the northeast side of Indianapolis Sunday. 5 people hit at an apartment complex. It happened near 38th and Horn Nickel Drive, where paramedics took 1 person to the hospital. 4 others showed up at hospitals. 3 of them are expected to recover, but 1 is in bad shape this morning. Police believe it started as an argument between people in a car and somebody at a home, and then somebody started firing shots, and that's when all the chaos unraveled. The city of Indianapolis is closing a homeless encampment in Fountain Square next month. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
In a letter from the city's Office of Public Health and Safety, they said the area near Interstate 65 will be closed to camping and storing personal property effective August 11th. Homeowners near the site have expressed their concerns about the growing encampment and the violence and drug use happening in the area.
I've been put in a situation where I had to go to the mission and all that because I couldn't afford the cost of living because it's too high.
Reggie Johnson tells Wish TV that campers are looking for a more long-term housing solution. Homelessness in Indianapolis has increased by 7% from last year. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
At Indianapolis Motor Speedway on Sunday.
Kyle Larson off of turn 4 is charging, trying to go back-to-back, but he's not close enough. Across the yard of bricks, Bubba Wallace has won the Brickyard 400.
On TNT Sports, Bubba Wallace getting his first NASCAR Cup Series win of the season on the Brickyard 400. He's also the first black driver to win a race on the IMS Oval. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com, traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Here's a real-life story that affects 50% of all of us out there. It's called divorce. If you've gotten divorced and now you're struggling to pay your bills and your credit card debts are completely out of control, you need to call this special debt relief hotline right now. We help people with all kinds of money problems caused by different life challenges, a divorce, a job loss, even heavy medical bills. All these life events can sometimes financially stress you out and cause you to get out of control. We help people get their lives back by showing them ways to consolidate and reduce their debt, in some cases for a fraction of what they owe. If your credit card balances are more than $10,000, call us and learn how to reduce your credit card bills and monthly payments now. Here's our number.
Paid for by Debt.com. Call now at 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. That's 800-810-1820.
Okay, checking out the construction zone on the south side and northbound 65. Not problematic at the moment as we are moving through without any trouble. And everything has reopened since the weekend. And that closure of northbound 65, as a matter of fact, all of our ramps are looking pretty good right now at the moment. And if you're going to the airport, westbound 70 is fantastic. Maybe a little spotty as far as water goes. Tara Marcus will tell you about that in just a second. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. On this Monday, the heat continues. We still have the heat advisory. That will continue until actually 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Today's sunny, hot, and humid. You'll have some spotty showers and thunderstorms, which you're dealing with this morning. Those continue this afternoon. Today's high 93. Feels like temperatures over 100. Partly cloudy, stuffy overnight, a low of 76. Tuesday, sunny and hot. Again, some spotty afternoon storms, a high of 94. Wednesday, partly cloudy, some scattered storms in the afternoon. That's a cold front that will be diving in here. It will be hot before the rain, a high of 90. But when the rain exits, relief by late week. Thursday, just some morning showers, cooler, less humid. Thursday's high around 80.
This is nuts.
It is.
It's been a garbage summer.
It's pretty rough.
Hot garbage summer. Or as we
Emphasis
like
on
to
the
call
hot,
it,
that's correct.
as we call it here, a Phil Sanchez summer.
You beat me to it. I love it. Yes, that is exactly what we call it.
You've been doing this long enough. Just jump in. Take your hits while you can, man. Go ahead.
That is fantastic.
Anytime you could want to just do a whole Phil Sanchez joke, it's fine. Go.
You got to just jump in and do it. You beat me to the punch.
Well, we're going to work on everybody's timing. We're going to get everybody right there to it as quick as can be. That's Marcus Bailey right there.
We'll
Good man. Wish TV and meteorologist. Marcus, thank you. 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Yeah, I said that right. Didn't sound right, but I said it right. The time is 6:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
I'm not so sure why they would sign the deal either. And I get why members of the European Union are pretty angry. Because this trade deal it absolutely looks like the European Union just got abused. Just ripped apart. When you go through it number by number, just starting with tariffs. No tariffs on the vast majority of U.S. goods going into the EU, but a 15% tariff on EU goods coming to the United States? If you are a member of that community, that European Union community, you happy with this? Now, please don't get me wrong. I don't care anything about the European Union. The European Union was set up. I've discussed this a million times, although I don't think I've talked about it recently. I know President Trump brought it up a month or so ago. The European Union exists solely and exclusively to try and take down the dollar and challenge the United States for dominance. That's its purpose. Beginning to end. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I don't mind that it is a one-sided, as it looks, one-sided deal. I'm just surprised by it. The EU is going to buy $750 billion worth of energy products from the U.S.? Well, that is actually something that makes sense. Why would you buy it from Russia, with whom you're having to deal with, and why you're now putting 5% of GDP to NATO? This would make sense. Now they're going to buy $600 billion, $650 billion in United States military products. Well, they might have very well done that anyway. So now I'm like, wait, is this a deal, or is this just kind of what was expected? These are the things that they're already doing. These are the things that are smarter for them to do, because you're going to buy the energy from somewhere. You decide to get rid of your nuclear capabilities to get energy. Well, you now have to deal with that. But the tariff leveling, man, I think that's going to drive a lot of people in the EU absolutely nuts. Nuts. We'll see how it affects the markets today. And then we'll see, the only thing that matters is there more, does the buying actually take place, and how much pressure is now on China to make the deal. Now, I never put the European Union deal in the mix. It was always Japan, Vietnam, India, South Korea. It was those deals to put the pressure on China. Maybe this one does. There's no trade deal yet with them. Oh, and they still owe us for COVID, because they did this, and they should have to pay for it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. A major data center project will go forward at 6:32. Brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
You do not have to be hot in your own home, you need Masters Heating and Cooling. You need to talk to them today. You need to have them come out and take a look at your system. You need them to make sure your system is running with peak efficiency. And if you need a new system, Masters Heating and Cooling is the only call to make. You can get $1,000 off a new AC system. We're talking about a full system replacement. And they have 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchases. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Masters Heating and Cooling redid my system it's a few years ago now. Not only did they change some things out, they changed the way the system runs. And all I can tell you is it has been stupid hot outside, and my family has been cool and comfortable, and at night, using an extra blanket. That's just kind of how we roll. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. Not only with the deals, but 24/7 service if anything goes wrong. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Hey, it's Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. I want to know the people who manage my retirement portfolio. I mean, this is my post-life work. It's all my money wrapped in to me and my retirement. I want to know them so they'll know me. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth make it easy because they listen. They listen to my goals and timeline, then assemble the ultimate retirement portfolio. It's designed for me and me only, and I like that. Seriously, check them out. Schedule your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment, it's free. Trajan treats you like family no matter where you're at in retirement planning. Yeah, you've been investing for decades? Call them. Just starting out? Call them. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. First appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market, just 20 minutes north of Carmel. We're proud to bring you the freshest produce farmed right here in Indiana and across the Midwest. And don't miss our home-style fried chicken, scratch-made bakery, and a deli packed with ready-to-go favorites. Got a sweet tooth? Check out a variety of old-fashioned candies, the kind that brings back sweet memories from your childhood. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about local freshness, friendly faces, and food that feels like home. Wilson Farm Market. That's Wilson Farm Market.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Good morning, Tony. Looking at the east side crash, eastbound 70 at Shadeland Avenue over on the shoulder right now. Not slowing us down too much, not causing a delay. Looking at northbound 65, that's a little sluggish going through the South Split right now as you come up after Raymond Street through the construction. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Too hot, baby. 73 degrees. And it's only going to climb in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify. Bill Estes Ford is your neighborhood truck dealer. And right now, during the Ford Summer Sales Event, we've got an amazing deal you won't want to miss. 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. That's 3 big zeros, which adds up to 0 excuses not to drive home in a new Ford today. Every day is truck day. Go anywhere, do anything in a new F-150, starting at just $46,295. Bill Estes Ford. Online at BillEstesFord.com. Stock BFP 250444 OEC. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk.
I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Let me be absolutely clear, as we have been from the very beginning. House Republicans insist upon the release of all credible evidence and information related to Epstein in any way. But we are also insisting upon the protection of innocent victims. And our concern is that the Massey and Khanna discharge petition is reckless in the way that it is drafted and presented. It does not adequately include those protections, and I can explain all the details of that. With the important thing on the timing, to answer that question first, is that we did not do anything to end the term of Congress early. The Massey-Khanna discharge petition was filed so that it would not ripen until a day after Congress had previously been scheduled for almost a year to be out of session and in the district work period for August. And that is the timing of it. So what we did do this week is end the chaos in the Rules Committee, because the Democrats are trying to use this in a shameless manner for political purposes, quite obviously. They hijacked the Rules Committee and they tried to turn it into an Epstein hearing. That's not what the Rules Committee is about. So
that's the Speaker trying to set the record straight regarding Epstein this and Epstein that, and oh, good Lord. And I'm the guy who wants the stuff released. You might very well be too. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Find everything I'm doing over at TonyKatz.com. Democrats think that this is how they're going to get voters. They're more than welcome to keep going down this road. It hasn't gotten them a voter. It hasn't changed polling. It hasn't moved a Republican. No part of this is working for them. That said, the reason that this is at this level is because of Pam Bondi, and for whatever reason, President Trump decided to triple down on the why does this matter? Why does anybody care? Why are we still talking about this guy? It was just a mistake. And now they're dealing with it. But I'll be happy when the information comes out. I'll be thrilled to see it. Israel is going to pause the fighting to allow aid in, and they are the ones who are going to do the drops of the aid by the air. Let me tell you something. For a genocidal power, Israel is the worst genocidal power out there. Hold on. This just in. Israel was never a genocidal power. People like Jesse Braun are just lying frauds. Got it. Jesse Brown, Answer, Jewish Voice for Peace, bunch of lowly frauds. The genocidal power is the Islamist, because they want everybody dead who won't submit. I mean, I'm just quoting there. It's not like I made it up. It's not like I invented it. I'm pretty sure that's as close to a true quote as I can get. Let's just call it a rather accurate paraphrase. You have had aid not getting in to Gaza, as if somehow the people of Gaza are supposed to be taken care of by others and not the leadership of Gaza, which is Hamas, a terrorist organization, which went about murdering 1,200 people and are now involved in a war with Israel, the country they attacked. If they'd cared about their people, they wouldn't be killing others. They would have, kept the water pipes in the ground. They're terrorists. What else do you expect from them? Terrorists do terrorist things, and they always do terrorist things. Remember, for Hamas, when an Israeli gets killed, they win. When a Palestinian gets killed, they win. It's one heck of a spot to be in. So there are now airdrops happening and a pause in the fighting. Now, I don't think the pause in the fighting is going to last. The United States has pulled out of the ceasefire talks because Steve Witkoff, who is the Middle East envoy, and others have learned that Hamas is not a trustworthy conversation piece. They're not a trustworthy organization. They're liars. They're frauds. They're the lowest human beings, supported by Answer and Jewish Voice for Peace, not Jews as I see them, and people like Jesse Brown. The lowest of the low support this idea that somehow Hamas is an honest broker. And then they'll quote things like, look at all the people dead. It comes from the Gaza Health Ministry. Everybody knows that's a fraud. The Gaza Health Ministry is Hamas. They don't separate between civilians and Hamas fighters, and they lie. Like all Islamists, like all communists, they lie. Those groups have so much in common. That, for one, is shocking. So the U.S. has left the talks because Hamas cannot be trusted or dealt with. Israel's like, what do you want us to do? And now they're going to stop the fighting so aid can get through. Again, I'll say, Israel is the worst genocidal power ever because they're not a genocidal power, and everyone who says so is just a liar. Calling you a liar directly to your face. If you thought I was going to shy away from that, you're nutty. Then we get into more of this tariff conversation. Because President Trump is now floating the idea of, you know what, we've taken in so much money from these tariffs. Billions and billions of dollars is what we have cost the American people. How about a rebate? What? Why would we even talk like this? He said, we're thinking about that, actually. We have so much money coming in. We're thinking about a little rebate. A little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice. So the people who pay the tariffs don't get any of the money back. People who are probably not paying the tariffs because they're not buying those goods, they will. So if I understand you, President Trump, wealth redistribution, is this what we're seeing now? Yeah. Don't be surprised when I say yes, not what I voted for. I knew tariffs were coming. I disagreed with them, but I knew it was happening. Wealth redistribution was not on my list. You want to pay down debt with the tariffs like we said we were going to? Let's do that. But little checks going out to people, certain people? No, thank you. No. But this got floated like 5 months ago. Like in the second month, I remember this getting floated and me saying, no. And I was conflicted. I said, I always love it when people get their money back. I want this. I always am in favor of the tax cut and people getting their money back. So if you want to do tax cuts, fine. But this group of people pays the tariff because not everybody buys the products that has the tariffs on them. And this other group of people will get dollars back, even though they may not have. I bought my ticket. I knew what I was getting into. Well, guess we'll keep just trying to set him straight on this one. On this one. On other things, the man is well set straight. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 65 slow on the south side, Raymond to the south split because of construction. Eastbound 70 crash at Shadeland on the right shoulder. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
We count on a politician doing something incredibly stupid. We'll tell you about it Monday.
Join us 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Your next car, your next truck, it's at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. It is their red, white, and new sales event with no payments for 3 months. I said no payments for 3 months. You can get a Ford F-150 Super Crew or a Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. You could save $15,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 F-150 or Expedition. The Expedition, by the way, is unbelievable. If you've never driven it, it is stupendous. It is a great drive and so much room, you won't know what to do with yourself. Or you can get a Ford Super Duty truck for under $40,000. They've got 175 to choose from. That's 175 Super Duties to choose from. And with more to your door, you purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it directly to you. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. Incredible people. I've been working with them. I have bought vehicles from them. You are going to love working with them as well. Andy Moore Ford, Plainfield. Talk to them today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's MOHR. AndyMooreFord.com.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
Some memories last forever.
A cow says...
Some memories thrill.
This is a roller coaster.
Some memories chill.
Listen to the lemon shake-up.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair. Presented by Get Prepared Indiana. Save now on discounted tickets.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I had changed the locks. Didn't even know where she was living. And then one night she calls to say she's getting treatment. Can I drive? I almost hung up. But then I thought, that's my kid. I chose to put away the hurt and the fear and just see my girl.
Addiction is a disease. Standing by a loved one as they fight it will test your faith, patience, and sanity. But it's possible when you see the person, not just their disease. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why the FBI is involved. Nothing on radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 75 degrees. Your high today, 91. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
1 count of terrorism. 11 counts of assault with intent to murder. Mr. Gilley's history shows prior assaultive incidents as well as controlled substance violations.
In Michigan, police talking about a man who walked into a Walmart and stabbed 11 people this weekend.
Bradford James Gilley. Police say Gilley used a folding knife to wound men and women at the store who ranged in age from 29 to 84. So far, a motive has not been given.
Fox News reporter Gurnell Scott reporting from Traverse City. A Delta co-pilot arrested on Saturday night in San Francisco on federal sex abuse charges.
Once the pilot parked at the terminal gate, passengers began to exit normally until chaos ensued as Homeland Security agents stormed the cockpit. Passengers described armed officers pushing through the aisle before escorting the co-pilot off the plane. Video of the incident made the rounds on social media Sunday. Delta has referred all questions to law enforcement, which is yet to comment.
That's Fox's Ted Linder reporting. And the man accused of stalking and threatening Caitlin Clark is due back in court today.
Michael Lewis was arrested in January after he'd sent threatening and sexually explicit messages and images to Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. The 55-year-old man is from Denton, Texas, but officers conducted a welfare check on him in a motel in Indianapolis after his IP address was linked to threatening posts he was writing about Clark from that motel. They told him to stop January 8th, but he continued and was arrested January 12th. When he was in court last month, he tried to fire his public defender, but the judge didn't allow him to. Court documents indicate Clark told police she was fearful after seeing these messages and had altered some of her public appearances because of them. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
And the Baseball Hall of Fame is welcoming 5 new members, including Ichiro Suzuki, CC Sabathia, and the late Dave Parker, who passed away last month from Parkinson's complications. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Developers behind a proposed data center project at a former windshield wiper factory in Michigan City held a public meeting for the first time last week, saying they intend to move forward without tax incentives from the city. The project, first reported by Inside Indiana Business, could total around $830 million in private investment and 30 jobs by 2034. But Michigan City Mayor Angie Nelson Deitch has publicly said the city isn't planning to give the developers, Phoenix investors, local tax abatement. At the public meeting, Nelson Deitch clarified,
I don't have a problem with data centers. I had a problem with the incentive. So I think data centers are a way of the world.
With construction well underway on a $250 million expansion in Bloomington, New Jersey-based Simtra Biopharma is furthering its growth efforts with plans for another facility nearby. The pharmaceutical contract development and manufacturing company said Friday it has acquired a 65-acre property near its existing manufacturing facility from Bloomington-based Cook Group. In an effort to address a growing need for early childhood education in DuBois County, Ivy Tech Community College Evansville is launching a new program in Jasper. The Early Childhood Educator Apprenticeship Program is designed to provide individuals with an accelerated pathway to a career in education through a series of credentials and certifications. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar. Because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Fishers-based Ultimate Technologies Group has announced Andy Dalton as its new CEO. The commercial audio-visual services provider says the appointment comes as it looks to expand its geographic footprint. Dalton most recently served as Chief Information Officer for both CREA LLC and IBM Inc., both based in Indianapolis. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Okay, right now on the south side, we're hitting the brakes on northbound 65 at South Keystone Avenue into the south split. That has reopened from the weekend, but man, are we grinding in that area right now as we check out those northbound lanes in the construction zone. Right now, delay of 4 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Warm today. Warm yesterday. Even warmer today. 73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. I did that for my benefit. The time is 6:36. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. A road win for the Indiana Fever, who turned up the heat Sunday.
Final score, Fever 93, Sky 78. And now you know the Fever have won 2 in a row.
That's John Nolan on the Fever Radio Network calling a win in Chi-Town, backed by a 35-point game from Kelsey Mitchell.
I like to think that I take what people give me play within the game, play within the schemes of the game based on what my coaches and my team is looking for.
And Caitlin Clark out again with that groin injury. The Fever play Phoenix on Wednesday. Bubba Wallace takes the win at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
My gas man said 20 years he's been trying to win this thing. I had a lot of first-timers today. That was Charles's first Cup win. So to do it here at Indy, it brings me joy to see them have success.
He is the first black driver to win at the track in Indianapolis. Colts training camp continues today. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go at WIBC.com.
Now, I guess I should start the story by saying I don't know anything about this musician at all. What I know is that Canada's pretty terrible. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Sean, is it Fucht? Fecht? F-E-U-C-H-T? Musician. When I say I don't know anything about him, I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about his music. Nothing. Well, he was set to play a show in Montreal. And I guess the good people of Canada, when I say the good people of Canada, I mean the government of Canada, they decided, you can't play here. We don't like your message. What in the world don't you like about the message? Well, it's Christian. Well, wait, that's no reason to not let a guy play, is it? Wait, is this what the Canadians do? Are the Canadians now people who take a look at your religion and decide whether or not you're allowed to have a level of free speech? Well, it is Canada, and free speech is not their bag, baby. So the city of Montreal not only was trying to tell this guy he can't play, but then he found a church he was playing in, and they fined the church $2,500. It's Canadian dollars, so it's not like it's real money. The mayor says they didn't have a permit to organize a concert. That doesn't seem to be the case. That seems to be a bit of a fraudulent statement. I don't know the guy. I don't know his music. But never once have, for example, we stated here, for as awful and as bigoted as Louis Farrakhan is, and no matter how much people like Congressman Andre Carson support him, we've never said, that guy is not allowed to give a speech in Indianapolis. Never said that. I said if you go to a speech, well, that's pretty pathetic. But he gets to give a speech just like anybody else does. Is it because he's Christian? Is it because he might be opposed to how it is that the Canadian government acts? And should we be thrilled with Canadians that when this guy does find a church that he can perform in, you've got people throwing smoke bombs into the church? Because that happened too. For the people who still want to use Canada as the refuge, you're more than welcome to. Oh, I don't like what's happening here. I'm going to go live in Canada. We're the refuge. We're the better place. The Canadians, lovely folk, I enjoyed my time in Toronto, might go back, might not. They will never measure up. You can send us all the Martin shorts you want. We appreciate Jiminy Glick, but it'll never measure up. You send us Ryan Reynolds, we're like, thanks, but then he marries Blake Lively. We're like, oh, more of this. Blake Lively is like Meghan Markle, but without the title. It's not good. Oh, hot. Super hot. But after that, it's just, now you just got to deal with it. right? Eventually, there's going to be a picture of Ryan Reynolds looking like Ben Affleck dealing with J-Lo. That's going, holding the cigarette, looking up, a little bit of rain, saying, "Oh, Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? Wrexham can rise in the ranks. Why can't I?" Anyway, the Canadians, not great. Not a nation to look up to at all. At all. Speaking of things we don't look up to, what is happening in our beloved Indianapolis? I have got the story on the homeless coming up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
You support them. Who supports you? Matt Bear and Ryan Hedrick provide insight, encouragement, and resources to help you navigate a loved one's recovery on the Supporting Sobriety podcast. Listen and get support wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Matt Bear here for Concrete Exteriors. We're not short of storms in Indiana. Your house and roof may have been knocked around. Concrete Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home. I'm talking about from dings to dents to full inspections to assess the condition of your home. Total replacements. Concrete Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good as new as fast as possible. Help your home find the fountain of roof. Concord was here before the storm. Will be long after. No obligation consultation. Call Concord Exteriors at 317-ROOFING. Visit ConkordExteriors.com. Concord Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. I want to know the people who manage my retirement portfolio. I want to know them so they'll know me. So they'll know me. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth make it easy and make it really easy because they listen. They listen to my goals and my timeline, then assemble the ultimate retirement portfolio. It's designed for me and me only, and I like that. Seriously, check them out. Schedule your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. That first appointment, it's free. Trajan treats you like family, no matter where you're at in your retirement planning. You've been investing for decades, call them. Just starting out, call them. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. First appointment is free. It's on them. Remember, advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Owner Danny Reinhardt's son Kevin says one simple saying from his dad affects him every day at work.
Especially when you go out and do sales and service calls and collect money and do all this stuff that's important to a lot of people. He always said the number one thing I remember from him is just fair and honest wins every time.
You can trust Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, 317-745-4526. Reinhardt Heating and Cooling is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
Northbound 65, stop and go traffic. Keystone to the south split. Delayed 7 minutes through the construction. And eastbound 70 crash cleanup on the right shoulder at Shadeland Avenue. No delay there. Crash 30th at College Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
By the way, Matt, I wanted to let you know we had reached out to the Secretary of State, Diego Morales, after calling WIBC fake news. Fake news is what he called WIBC, to ask what was fake. And we received a response. I will read it in full at 7:15. You tell me what the hell it means.
Looking forward to it.
So you be there, Matt Bear, 7:15. Everyone will be there. I will read the response. You tell me what it means. Thank you. Thank you. We'll do that together.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
I can't wait. I'm really anxious to hear it.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay,
Oh,
deep
high
breath.
Five, high five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm, totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
So, where's the lake?
Not here.
But it says Great Lakes Honda Fishers.
Right. I just don't see a lake.
Who needs a lake when you can lease a 2025 HRV LX all-wheel drive for $329 a month and 0 down?
That definitely won't soak our bank account.
Oh, it's the old Honda Fishers.
Great Lakes, great people, great cars.
But no actual lake.
Visit us off State Road 37 for special pricing during our summer sales event. With approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. All fees due at signing. Loyalty or conquest rebates may apply. Offer ends July 31st. See dealer for details.
So I think everybody saw the story regarding the taking down of this homeless encampment in Fountain Square. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I mean, there's a lot of Indiana news. You've got Governor Braun supporting Camp Atterbury ICE detention, which he should. People are mad at Representative Andrew Ireland because he referred to it as the Cornfield Clink. Like Alligator Alcatraz, he wants to call it the Cornfield Clink, which they're mad because you're making fun of this serious issue. Well, first of all, to the Democrats of Indiana, maybe bring it down just a little bit, not the thing to get worked up about. But I would agree. I don't think Cornfield Clink is a great name for it when it clearly should be called the Hoosier Holding. I mean, it's right there. By the way, Hoosier Holding will also be the name of my dispensary when we legalize marijuana. They'll be right next to Kosher Kutch. I'm going to be my own competition. If we could just legalize marijuana already, that'd be great. Thank you. So Braun supports the idea. I would be surprised if he didn't, actually. This is not the end of the universe. And for the Indiana Democrats, there's a difference between legal and illegal immigrants, and why you favor illegal immigration, Democrats, is beyond understanding. No one gets you. And this is why you don't win votes. That's why you don't win statewide. It's why. Oh, you win in pockets, right? Like you run for mayor of Indianapolis by screaming about abortion rights as if the mayor of Indianapolis has anything to do with abortion. Can't fix a pothole. Nope, can't keep kids safe. We'll get into that story in a moment. But you have, of course, the issue with homelessness, which this city does a very good job of brushing under the rug when company comes to town, like the WNBA All-Star Game. But you have, in Fountain Square, was it Indy Reporter who put this out? I want to give credit where it's due. About this, call it a skid row. I don't think any of us should be dismissive of the fact that homelessness is an issue, that people need help. Some people need help getting back on their feet. I think we should be the society that wants to do that because I think it's better for us. It's better for them. It's better for everybody. Then there are the people who simply will never get on their feet. These are people who are addicted. These are people who are mentally ill. There is no way to help them. In thinking that, well, we'll just provide them a house and everything will be fine. That's not how it works. We discussed this, I would think it was a month ago now. We need to reopen the asylums. You yell at me, scream at me. I'm having the most honest conversation. There are people who cannot be on the streets. There are people who cannot help themselves. What is our plan? Now, sometimes people will foolhardily say, well, I don't want to pay for this. Oh, it's going to cost that. The answer is it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something in terms of a tax or a check, or it's going to cost you in your inability to walk down a street because of the panhandling, begging, violence, or the out in the open defecation. Your choice. Ah, yes, correct. Just add a 0 to that check and then sign your name. That's the correct answer. Is this public-private partnership? I do not have the answer. I'm willing, however, to have the conversation. There is no doubt that some of the people on the streets in Indianapolis cannot and will not ever be able to function in society. Some absolutely can, and those are the people we want to help. The other people we want to help differently. And what has to be said and what never gets said is helping others is helping the self. Meaning that if you have somebody who is mentally ill, truly mentally ill, not this at the airport anxiety mentally ill, you do help yourself by helping them be in a place that's going to be able to care for them off the streets. You think you're taking away their rights? I didn't say someone shouldn't be adjudicated mentally ill. I didn't say someone shouldn't be able to defend themselves from being adjudicated mentally ill. I'm saying we know that people who are mentally ill exist. Why don't we just say so and then do something about it? Well, Tony, you just want to lock them away. I don't want them to be homeless on the streets. Not only, some people would argue, bringing down property values, creating dangerous situations for themselves and for others. And yes, there is an economic cost here. If we could all be grown-ups, that would be fantastic. We have to make the hard decisions. That's up to us to make. This is the decision we should make. So this encampment of tents and other things is going to close on August 11th. The question is, what do we do? Where do we go from here? And the answer is, well, let's find a way to go from here. I think it's going to be public-private. I think the state does need to get involved. I get that the state and Indianapolis don't work well together because Joe Hogsett doesn't work well with anybody. Who the hell would want to work with Joe Hogsett or Dan Parker? But I need the General Assembly to be like, hey, we've got an idea here and we're coming to you with it. And be very public and very open about it. And if these absolutely shameful lack of leadership Democrats don't want to work with you, tell the state. Tell everybody. But it's time for all of us to grow up and handle this thing. Matt Bear's got traffic.
Yeah, Tony, looking at northbound 65, that stop-and-go traffic from South Keystone Avenue 1 to the South Split because of construction. Northbound 65 on the brakes through the North Split out to West Street, and a disabled vehicle eastbound 70 is Shadeland Avenue, and that's over on the right shoulder, not causing us any problems at the moment. Just watch out for them. And a crash. This is College Avenue at 30th Street. Everything out to the airport. No sweat right now on westbound 70 from downtown Indianapolis. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with our best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer in September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family. Somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months. Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or Victors.com.
Hi, it's Steve Mann. Have you heard the commercials for the Mark Patrick Stop Smoking seminars? And they said only $49.99 and it could work for you. So I thought, that's not even a week's worth of smoking. So I went. And guess what? It did work for me. You know, my friends and family are still amazed. I quit smoking. I didn't have cravings, anxiety, or weight gain. Listen, I don't know how it works, but I know it works because I'm living proof, and it's 100% guaranteed. So what do you got to lose? I'll tell you what you got to lose. A very bad habit.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and stop smoking without cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Early bird special only $49.99 guaranteed. Don't just cut down, but stop smoking once and for all, or your money back. Seminar 8 p.m. on Thursday, July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville, or 2 p.m. on Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Registration 30 minutes before seminar. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with a Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mark your calendar for August 1st. George's Medical Equipment is celebrating their new retail space with an open house from 10 to 1. There will be a grill out starting at 11, free battery checks, and a chance to win a lift chair. Whether you're looking for medical supplies, mobility aids, or respiratory equipment, their team is ready to help. Located behind Planet Fitness at 7434 Shadeland Station. George's accepts Medicare, Medicaid, most third-party Advantage plans, and all waiver programs.
Are you ready to build your custom dream home? Joyner Homes is ready to make your dream come true. Over 18 years, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, have built hundreds of homes in central Indiana, and the best place to start is joynerhomes.com. That's where you'll find pricing, photos of completed Joyner homes to inspire you, available home sites, and info on where you can visit their model homes, and a lot more. Be sure to check out Joyner Homes' 5-star Google reviews. Get started today at joynerhomes.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, it is a warm start to your Monday morning, but will that warmth continue throughout the week? We'll tell you about it. Jarrett Lewis has a story on a shooting that hurt 5 people on Sunday in Indy and what Bubba Wallace did at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. After Fox News, you are listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
He's about to meet with Britain's Prime Minister. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The day after President Trump worked out a new trade agreement with the European Union.
I think it's the biggest deal ever made. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
That was at the President's golf course in Turnberry, Scotland, with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen.
We're together the 2 largest economies worldwide.
Right.
The deal imposes a 15% tariff on most European imports, lower than the 30% President Trump had threatened. The EU will also buy $750 billion worth of energy from the U.S. on top of investing $600 billion more in America. And the president says the EU agreed to buy military equipment from the U.S.
Fox's Madeline Rivera also reports the meeting that'll take place this hour with Prime Minister Keir Starmer is
expected to talk about the progress of the trade agreement the U.S. and the U.K. reached back in May. Starmer is also expected to press for a drop in steel and aluminum tariffs. That remains at 25%.
Starmer also expected to press the president to resume ceasefire talks in Gaza, days after the U.S. Special Envoy pulled out, blaming Hamas for lack of a desire to make a deal.
When you get it down to a certain number, you're not going to be able to make a deal with Hamas. Because once they give them up, then they feel that that's going to be the end of them.
Israel has airdropped food into Gaza amid growing concerns about starving Palestinians, and there are humanitarian pauses in Israel's fighting against Hamas in some areas to allow more aid to flow in. The man accused of going on a stabbing spree at a Walmart Saturday is facing terrorism charges. Customers in the parking lot in Michigan stopped him.
Confronting the alleged attacker. One of them, Derek Perry is his name. He drew a gun, and they didn't let him leave.
Drop it! Drop my Throw the knife that way! Throw it away!
11 people got stabbed. Of them, one has already been released from the hospital. 2 are still in serious condition.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Traverse City, Michigan. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Shots fired on the northeast side of Indianapolis. Nothing on radar in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 75 degrees going up to 91 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Several people are in the hospital this morning after being shot on Sunday. Jarrett Lewis reports on what happened on Indianapolis's northeast side.
According to IMPD, the shots were fired off in a neighborhood just after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sergeant William Young.
I can tell you that 4 individuals were inside of a vehicle and 1 individual was outside of a vehicle, and an exchange of gunfire occurred. For some reason, some type of disturbance occurred. We don't know what the background of that is.
1 person was last reported to be in critical condition and transported to a hospital. The other 4 took themselves to the hospital. IMPD is asking for anyone in the neighborhood to come forward with information or if they have outside camera footage. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
At least one Marion cop this morning is on administrative leave after reports that somebody inside of an SUV on Sunday was firing at somebody walking along a street. Details are still coming in, and state police have now taken over the investigation. The heat is not done yet. Tuesday will be the hottest workday with heat indices over 100 degrees. Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
Especially because we're not going to be seeing overnight lows falling below like 75 degrees, and so that can lead to heat stress, especially for those that are more sensitive to heat.
And you could see some relief midweek as we cool down heading into the weekend. In a letter from the Indianapolis Office of Public Health and Safety, they said a homeless encampment in Fountain Square near I-65 will be closed to camping and stored property effective August 11th. Homeowners near the area have expressed concerns as drug use and violence are now rampant at the encampment, and this man says,
I've been put in a situation where I had to go to the mission and all that because I couldn't afford the cost of living because it's too high.
And Reggie Johnson telling Wish TV that campers are looking for long-term housing solution. Homelessness in Indy is up 7% from where it was last year at this time. The Indiana Fever were winners over the Chicago Sky, 98-73 on Sunday, once again without Caitlin Clark, but Kelsey Mitchell carried the load and scored 35 points.
I was just like hunting for it. I like to think that I take what people give me, play within the game, play within the schemes of the game based on what my coaches and my team is looking for. And then, just kind of be myself.
And that's 2 wins in a row for the Fever. They return home Wednesday to play the Phoenix Mercury. And Bubba Wallace, a NASCAR driver, won at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Sunday.
To win here at the Brickyard, knowing how big this race is, knowing all the noise that's going on in the background, it's been getting old running on the cut line.
And that noise that he's talking about is the criticism from fellow NASCAR drivers about his winless streak, which ended yesterday. His last race win was 2022 prior to this. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the south side, northbound 65 slow from Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. Northbound 65 slow out of the north split to West Street did a crash. 30th at College Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for a sunny and hot day today, also incredibly humid. We have a heat advisory that's in place until Tuesday evening. A spotty shower or thunderstorm possible this afternoon. Highs near 93. It feels like temperatures around 100 to 105. Tonight, partly cloudy, muggy, 76. Sunny and hot with some spotty afternoon thunderstorms on Tuesday. Highs near 94. 90 on Wednesday with some scattered afternoon, evening thunderstorms. And I have great news. We are going to see lower temperatures, lower humidity for the end of the week and into the weekend.
You say that, but how are we supposed to believe you? You've lied to us before, Tara Hastings.
No, this is not a lie. This is all real. It's going to feel fantastic.
Yes!
Heading into the end of the week.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, God.
Yes!
Who is your daddy?
Wow.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I believe you. You have told us before we're going to have great weather, and then it's a trap. You know, so... That was Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen.
That was
Star Wars.
That one was really quick. I didn't get that one. The other,
That's all right.
The Harry Met Sally, I got that one.
Oh, well, of course you did. All right, we'll believe you for now. We'll believe you for now.
Thank you.
End of the week,
I appreciate
things get better.
Yes.
So,
Can't wait.
Tara Hastings. By the way, did you know, Tara Hastings, that next week...
Yeah.
Next weekend, August 9th, the Indianapolis Pizza Festival taking place on the Circle.
Indiana Pizza Festival.
There's a pizza festival. It's a festival of pizza.
That would be a good place to have it, on the Circle, much like a pizza. Yeah.
So you've got, I don't know where Lit Emporium is. They're participating. Greek's Pizzeria, full disclosure, I do work with them. They're
love
participating.
them.
Do you love the Greeks?
Yes, we go to Greeks often. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah. On the south side. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Then it's according to this, Zionsville Pizzeria is in on this. Berkeley Boys, I don't even know where that is.
I don't know where that is.
Nino's Pizza, where they say Nino's. How's your mother? That's Nino's. Bella Pizzeria is there. Solo Pizza. Pizza Burrow. Black Sheep. I don't know what Black Sheep is. And Bella Pizzeria, just some of the... Brooklyn Char is there. Some of the pizzerias participating in the Indianapolis Pizza Festival taking place on, was it August 9th? August 9th. On the Circle. You can get your tickets, by the way. Where do you go? You go to IndiePizzaFest.com. IndiePizzaFest.com. You can get your tickets, and you should do that. And then you get to eat the pizza, and then and that's it. Just that easy.
Wow. I do love me some pizza.
There it is. I'll see you there.
Yes.
Tara Hastings. Tara Hastings, who's now thinking about all the pizza.
Yes. Yeah, now I want pizza.
Yes! Yes!
Wish TV meteorologist.
That is correct.
Good to talk to you.
Okay. Happy Monday.
There she goes. We've got 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
WIBC.com has the story. Jake McDaniel reporting. 5 shot on the northeast side. This is Indianapolis. This is our city. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Oh, you don't live in Indianapolis. You don't get to talk. Oh, shut up, you fools. You've had enough time to try and fix the city. You can't do it. You're not smart enough. You're not bright enough. You're not willing enough. You're not capable enough. Or you're just implementing the wrong strategies because you elect the wrong people. Right? Could be you're plenty smart and plenty decent. Some people, no. The people who are trolls on social media and want to scream at you, you don't live in Indy, you don't get a say. Of course we do. And since you can't stop us, you know, don't care if you're happy. But for the people who want a better Indianapolis, well, there's a problem here. There's a problem culturally, as we have discussed numerous times, and there's a problem with the leadership. Deer Run subdivision off East 38th between North County Line and North German Church Road. Officers finding one of the victims at the scene, awake and breathing. And then sometime after the shooting, 4 of the victims went to hospitals on their own. What's happening? Not everything is the fault of police, and not everything is the fault of elected officials. Please don't get me wrong. Even the ones I find to be deplorable. But it is clear and it is obvious that when there is no willingness to address these things honestly and with focus, you will get more of them. You know, I don't think that Chief Bailey of the IMPD is doing himself any favors with these videos. But I did think he did himself a tremendous favor when he spoke honestly about the cultural things that are affecting Indianapolis. He said that on this very show. You can find that interview at WIBC.com. We have a problem that isn't going away, and we have a leadership that doesn't want to address it. And until they do, we'll keep seeing these issues. And I'm not saying we won't see it afterwards, but without addressing it, addressing cultural, addressing other parts of this, you got nothing. You got no shot and no chance. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic, South Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of construction. Northbound 65 slows out of the north split to West Street at a crash. This is College Avenue at West 30th Street. Now a crash coming towards Indianapolis from after Daleville, Chesterfield area. This is southbound 69 north of Pendleton, and a crash blocking the right lane between State Road 67 and State Road 9-109. So that's southbound 69 right lane blocked, about a mile and a half backup. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In store, online, and on the app. In St. 23 while supplies last.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
The Popcorn Moment brought to you by Boer Remodeling. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Well, I should really do it with more fanfare. The Popcorn Moment. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, and then grab your popcorn because there is more. Okay. You should sit down for this. You should hear this, and then you should tell me what the heck this is. We sent a question. Hey, Diego Morales, he is the Secretary of State. And we said we would like to do an interview. Now, we should be clear. I am very, very focused about Diego Morales. For well over a year, anytime we bring him up, I've been playing this. The Secretary of State, Diego Morales, hired his brother-in-law.
He did what? Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find?
Picture me?
No. The definition of the word idiot, which you are.
God, Karen, you are so stupid.
What are your qualifications?
Take his qualifications and then shove them somewhere. Who hires their brother-in-law?
That is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is. It's just absolutely nutty. It smacks of corruption. It smacks of everything we wouldn't want the Republican Party doing. And the idea that when asked about it, who I think it was Ed Delaney who was asking him about it, Democrat from Indianapolis, the answer from Diego Morales was, we hire the best of the best of the best. Just not an answer. It was never an answer. And his staff has to know that that's not an answer, and that's very embarrassing. I feel the same way about Joe Hogsett's staff as I do about Diego Morales' staff. At some moment, you realize this is not a good place to be, don't you? Don't you? Well, this then, of course, became a subject of this trip to India, this trip here and there, and who's paying for these trips? Are the taxpayers paying for the Secretary of State of Indiana to go visit these countries? And is he having official visits with them? I mean, who is he to have official visits? Is this something that the Secretary of State does? Or is he trying to make himself look like more than he is? And is this being paid for by the taxpayer? That is such a legitimate question that to not answer the question is laughable. To not answer the question for taxpayers of who's paying for this trip is ridiculous. It is embarrassing and it is shameful. It's shameful for Diego Morales, the Secretary of State. It's shameful for his staff that knows that it is such a baseline, basic question, a basic concept. Who paid for the trip? To not answer it, while it certainly does not prove in a court of law guilt, it does in the court of a public opinion prove guilt. Absolutely. If you were to ask people, they would think that Diego Morales is up to shady stuff. Without proof, by the way, because he never answered the question. The question, which is so basic and so simple for a Republican or for a Democrat, a conservative or a liberal, a moderate or an independent, for any Hoosier, this is a baseline question. To not answer it, wow. Not only does it make you look in the court of public opinion like a guilty person, like you did something improper, it's a way of explaining to people how much you hate them, how much you disregard them, how above them you think you are. And that is very obvious, I believe, from the actions of Diego Morales. And somehow his staff stays. This brings us to something that took place the other day. Indy reporter here with the video. This happened, Diego Morales speaking to the Motor Vehicle Advisory Board.
You know, one of the things that we're going to try to do right now is to share with you the hard work that the Morales administration has been doing since I took office. Because the fake news will never share that. The fake WIBC, the fake IndyStar, they will never.
So, first, since when does the Secretary of State refer to it as their administration? The Morales administration? That's very odd. And when he was on these country visits, did he represent himself as the Morales administration? Is there an issue there? I don't know what he did. Heck, we don't know who paid for the trip. But very odd. Again, egomaniacal. Again, look how more important I am than you. Look how special I am. What Diego Morales is trying to do is trying to Trump himself. He's trying to be Trump. And then when talking about IBC, he's trying to engage in Trumpism again. The problem is it doesn't work because Diego Morales is not Donald Trump and he never will be. He doesn't come close. Fake news is when they lie about you. It is not fake news when they ask who paid for the trip. But Diego Morales knows this, and his team knows this, except his team doesn't want to admit to it. Which brings us to Lindsey Eaton, the comms director for the Indiana Secretary of State, whom we emailed. And we said, hey, we would like to interview Secretary of State Diego Morales regarding his statement about WIBC. And we sent the link of the video I just shared with you. Please let me know how we can coordinate. It came from producer Carl. The response was, hi, Carl. This is from Lindsey Eaton, the comms director. Hi, Carl. We respectfully decline your interview request on this topic. Your station and those who work there have previously chosen to platform unfounded and frankly ridiculous allegations about Secretary Morales and actual or imagined associates. Now, this has to do with tickets to a basketball game, and Morales was there, and the Lieutenant Governor Michael Beck was there. And where did those tickets come from? And this guy and his history and his issues. I haven't done that story. Rob and Ken and Casey have done that story. I have not done that story. So because of that, they're declining an interview. Although they call the allegations unfounded and ridiculous, but they don't state why. Lindsey Eaton does not state why in the email. She then responds, continues with, quote, with a redaction and apology given after spreading false and inaccurate information on your station about one of those associates. Given the manner of that coverage, we will not participate in interviews with your outlet at this time. Now, I think she meant without a redaction and an apology. However, she has not indicated what requires redaction nor what requires apology. We don't know what she is saying requires redaction and apology. What I can tell you is that she is talking about a show and not the station. That seems obvious at this point. It's obvious she's talking about Kendall and Casey. She's not talking about me, and she's not talking about the WIBC newsroom. She continues, by common definition, Fake news is the presentation of false, uninformed, incomplete, or selective information as complete objective news reporting or journalism. In our opinion, time and time again, your outlet's news reporting consists of unsubstantiated secondhand information unbolstered by reasonable due diligence, writes Lindsay Eaton, Communications Director for Secretary of State Morales. She continues, quote, listeners are likely to be misled by negligent, obtained, uninformed, or even malinformed information and subjective opinion presented as complete and factual news. We do not intend to enable or collaborate in such practices. Now, a couple things here. First, I'm pretty sure the second half of that email was written by AI. That's my take. Doesn't seem to be a way people talk. Secondly, I would remind Lindsay Eaton, who once worked at Fox 59, that the news department of WIBC is different than the commentary done on WIBC, and she is engaging right now in a disparagement of the newsroom, which I think that defamation is pretty awful. I don't know if it reaches the point of actionable against the state of Indiana, but I'm not a lawyer. The newsroom has not engaged at all in anything like this. And I have said many times that what I do here is indeed commentary, not journalism. That is done by the newsroom. It is a different function. But you know that, Lindsay. You know it, and I know. We all know it. You also have not provided what is indeed false. You have not shared that. You have made an allegation with no backup. None. Can I ask what credibility you think you have in this conversation? Lindsay, I got to get to commercial here, but allow me. We asked a legitimate question. Diego Morales engaged in what is clearly false. And me asking the question is not the problem. Your response is. And if the Secretary of State's office wants to start a fight with me, they can. But look at yourselves. What are you doing? Matt Bear has traffic.
Northbound 65, a stall at West Street, blocking the right lane and stopping traffic through the north split. Not quite to rural. And then southbound 65, looking pretty good. A little slow in parts as you make your way into downtown. Coming in from Delaware County, southbound 69. It's a crash after Daleville. And that's going to be blocking the right lane. Now we have a crash on northbound 69 after State Road 37, blocking two right lanes and stopping traffic back to that State Road 37 interchange. Inbound 69, stop and go 106th Street down to 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, Indy Decorative Concrete. Make sure summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st to visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Party people, Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. The party starts at 3:06. The biggest stories in Indy. Guy Relford joins us. Please join us too.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Summer is upon us, and so are pesky maple seed whirlybirds clogging your gutters. Make the smart choice now. Say goodbye to the mess with the ultimate gutter protection. Gutter Helmet keeps the seed pods and small debris out so your gutters stay clear and your home stays protected. No more climbing ladders or scooping gunk. Gutter Helmet's patented design handles up to 22 inches of rain per hour, more than enough for the summer downpour. Water flows freely and debris slides right off. Join thousands of happy Central Indiana homeowners. Get Gutter Helmet and enjoy peace of mind all summer. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. It works on my own home every time. Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months no interest financing good through July. Restrictions apply and cannot be combined with other offers. Call 800-5HELMET or go to gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extra help. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Terrorism charges for a Michigan man. You have rain on radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 75 degrees going up to 91. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Cops want to charge a man who stabbed 11 people inside a Michigan Walmart this weekend with terrorism and assault. Fox's Todd Pyro has more, including how a veteran stepped in to help.
That Marine veteran, later identified as Derek Perry, being hailed a hero for confronting a man accused of stabbing 11 people inside that Walmart. The moment the veteran drew his gun to confront the suspect, commanding him to drop his weapon. Perry's daughter reportedly writing on Facebook that his actions were a, quote, proud daughter moment and that he is a true hero. I think we could all agree with that. Several other people are also seen helping, ordering the suspect to lay on the ground. Police are crediting everyone involved for stopping that violent madman. The suspect identified as 42-year-old Bradford James Gilley.
And Gilley has a history of drug abuse and violence, according to Grand Traverse County Sheriff Michael Shea. Chicago police have costed the city millions of dollars due to cops working overtime in 24. Fox 32's Chicago's Elizabeth Matthew with the details.
Chicago's Inspector General creates a new tool to track Chicago police overtime, and it's already producing some staggering numbers. The CPD Overtime Dashboard shows the city spent more than $270 million on police overtime in 2024 alone. That's more than the entire budgets of most city departments. CPD also spent about $27 million for overtime related to last year's Democratic National Convention, which is 60% more than was allocated. Since January of 2020, police overtime has cost the city more than $1.3 billion.
And here in Indianapolis, 5 people hurt in a shooting on Sunday afternoon at a housing development on the northeast side of the city. It happened near 38th and Hornickel Drive, where paramedics took 1 person to the hospital. 4 others walked into local hospitals. 3 of them are expected to recover, but 1 is in bad shape. Police say it started with an argument between people in a car and somebody outside of a car and turned into people shooting at each other. It's going to stay hot across the Hoosier State for the next couple of days. Forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service. Indianapolis says temperatures are going into the mid-90s.
We get high temperatures possibly approaching the mid-90s with heat index values above 105 to 110.
And he says things will cool down at the end of the week. The city of Indianapolis is closing a homeless encampment in Fountain Square next month. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
In a letter from the city's Office of Public Health and Safety, they said the area near Interstate 65 will be closed to camping and storing personal property effective August 11th. Homeowners near the site have expressed their concerns about the growing encampment and the violence and drug use happening in the area.
I've been put in a situation where I had to go to the mission and all that because I couldn't afford the cost of living because it's too high.
Reggie Johnson tells Wish TV that campers are looking for a more long-term housing solution. Homelessness in Indianapolis has increased by 7% from last year. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
At the box office this weekend, Fantastic Four: First Steps made $118 million. Superman came in next, making $25 million. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Bubba Wallace takes the win at the Brickyard 400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
To win here at the Brickyard, knowing how big this race is, knowing all the noise that's going on in the background, to set that all aside is a testament to these people here on this 23 team.
And Bubba spoke with TNT after the race.
You have a lot of detractors to your career, Bubba, and what would you say to those folks right now?
It don't matter. I'm already winning at life. People are always going to say something. I am excited to see how far the goalpost has moved, so I get to go and chase that now.
And Wallace is the first black driver to win at the track. In Chicago on Sunday.
Back to Kelsey. Tees up a 3 up top. It goes! Season high 33 for Kelsey Mitchell. She is an absolute bucket.
And John Nolan on the Indiana Fever Radio Network calling the Fever beating the Chicago Sky 93-78 without Caitlin Clark. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com at 7:35, traffic on the fives. Here's Matt Bear.
There's rain, so there's crashes. Eastbound 465 on the north side at Ditch Road. Eastbound at Ditch Road, crash blocking the left lane and jamming us up past Michigan Road. Coming up from Fishers, northbound 69 after State Road 37. That's a vehicle fire fully engulfed. 2 right lanes blocked, and traffic is stopped back to 116th Street. Coming out the north split, a crash. Northbound 65 between the North Split and West Street, pretty much at Meridian there. And right now, we do have lanes that are blocked. It's going to be 2 left lanes. Traffic is stopped all the way back to Rural Street. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:37.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Concrete Exteriors. Don't wait to beautify your home for summer for a fresh new look and increased home value. New siding by Concrete Exteriors is the answer. From James Hardy fiber cement siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles, the experienced pros at Concrete have all the choices. Plus, a lifetime workmanship warranty and over 10,000 satisfied customers. For your free estimate, call Concrete Exteriors at 317-ROOFING or visit ConcreteExteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Open the lid on a carton of Bluebell Homemade in the Shade, and you'll have it made, so to speak. It's a combination of our top-selling homemade vanilla ice cream with a swirl of rich chocolate fudge sauce. Enjoy an instant classic.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace. All right. Some mom is upset with some kid somewhere. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm scrolling through all the stuff, cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. No, seriously, it's yours. It's that refund you never got. It's that last paycheck you forgot about. It's some dividend from a stock you didn't even know you owned. Well, it's waiting for you with the Attorney General. So go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and get your cash fast, easy, free to use. Text my name, Tony, to 46220. That's Tony to 46220 and get your cash. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. So the marketplace is everything, and capitalism is great, and anything other than that simply doesn't work and is awful, like communism, socialism, democratic socialism. That's adorable. I love the marketplace. And they have weird stuff. And Matt Bear, you can find Matt Bear, by the way, on the live stream. You know we're live streaming, right? Go to YouTube, go to 93 WIBC, and subscribe. You can be in the chat room. You can do it all. Right there. Matt is there. Look at that. He is wearing a size medium T-shirt today.
No, this is a small.
Of course it is.
This is small.
I was trying to make it better.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It feels good, man. It's a hot summer day.
It's like a hug.
It's
like
your shirt's hugging me with love.
Shirt is giving you bicep hugs.
I love you, shirt.
Do you like the Star Wars there, Matt Bear?
Love it. Love it so much.
Do you like the Star Trek?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Never got into the Trek, got into the Wars.
This is the listing, Star Wars and Star Trek collection. Not Star Wars, Star Wars.
Oh, there's only one more.
Yeah, as if it was singular. So what I have determined here is that's all it says. Star Wars and Star Trek collection. And, right, I think that's supposed to be the Enterprise, and there's comic books, and then there's a T-shirt, and there's a 45, a record. A 45.
It just plays clips of William Shatner.
Right. And Star Trek The Next Generation Companion and the Star Wars Storybook and a whole bunch of things. The Star Trek Compendium. All these things you can buy. It used to be $15, but now it's all yours for $8.
Wow.
And what I want to know is what mom out there is selling their 27-year-old's crap?
It's the mom of a 35-year-old that's trying to get them to move out of the house.
You know that's
the
what's
best
happening.
way to do it. You sell all their stuff.
I'm calling my shot. This stuff belongs to somebody who lives in their mom's basement. That's happening.
Yeah, he's on his way out. And this is the way to do it. I mean, the stuff's cool. I mean, you price it at $7. You know, I'm always complaining about the prices, but you say $7, and I think I'm getting junk.
Whoa.
Yeah.
$8.
Oh, excuse me, fellas. Sorry, $8. No, now it's okay. I mean, that's fine. Hey, $7 too low. No, it's cool. I mean, if you're a big-time collector, maybe. I just don't. I mean, the vinyl is even like one of those that would fit on a kid's record player, you know?
Yeah.
Like one of those Fisher-Price record players when you had when a kid. It's not even like...
Right, you got to pull up the center thing and turn it so it locks in place. Sure.
Yeah, it's that right next to the Easy Bake Oven. This is cool stuff, but I just... I don't need more stuff in my apartment. I have a one-bedroom apartment. If somebody has a big home and a Star Wars room, buy the hell out of this. It's going to be
Yes, if you have a Star Wars room... Yo, a Star Wars room.
You got Star Wars.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
So are you in or you out for $8?
I'm out.
Wow.
Yeah, so out. No, I don't want any of this.
Just because you think this is junk. You don't understand the historical significance.
Oh,
you don't have a childlike imagination.
Don't accuse me of that. I have a huge childlike imagination, and I saw the original Star Wars, number 4, in the movie theater when I was a little boy.
Right.
So I know my Star Wars very much, and I just don't want to buy any of this. I mean, I would rather go to Comic-Con or Gen Con and get stuff there. You know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the seller here. I don't mean to poop all over you.
I guess he's going to stay in his mom's basement just a little while longer.
With his 25-cent record that fits on a Fisher-Price record player.
It is all there on the Marketplace. We have everything listed that we do from the Marketplace at WIBC.com, presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Take a look at it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Why do so many foundation, basement, and crawl space companies ask for half your money up front? Could it be because that's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they believe trust is earned, not demanded. That's why they do things differently. They start with a free inspection, no strings attached, to give you an honest assessment of what your home needs. No pressure, no surprises. When it's time for the work, they don't ask for a deposit or any upfront payment. Not a single dollar until the job is complete and you're 100% satisfied. That's how they've been earning trust for over 39 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last. Don't trust just anyone with your home. Choose the company that puts your trust first. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY today. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation, building trust beneath your feet.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what do we know?
Let's start here. Coming in from Delaware County, it's southbound 69, a couple of miles after State Road 67, Chesterfield-Daleville, and it's a crash blocking the right lane and stopping traffic almost to that interchange. Fishers, northbound 69, after State Road 37, north of that interchange, a vehicle fire. 2 right lanes are blocked. The fire is out. The car was fully engulfed, and plenty of emergency crews on the scene. It's good to see. Traffic is stopped back to 116th Street. On the northeast side, eastbound 465 of the White River before Allisonville Road. It's a breakdown blocking the shoulder, causing stop and go traffic back to Keystone Avenue. It's a crash north side, eastbound 465 at Ditch. Over on the left shoulder, stop traffic back to 865. Crash coming out of the north split at Meridian Street. 2 left lanes are blocked, and traffic is stopped past Rural Street to Sherman Drive. Northbound 65, stop and go traffic south Keystone Avenue to the south split delayed 11 minutes, and inbound 65 stop and go from 29th to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with our best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
75 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and non-stop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
Bill Estes Ford is your neighborhood truck dealer. And right now, during the Ford Summer Sales Event, we've got an amazing deal you won't want to miss. 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. That's 3 big zeros, which adds up to 0 excuses not to drive home in a new Ford today. Every day is truck day. Go anywhere, do anything in a new F-150, starting at just $46,295. Bill Estes Ford. Online at BillEstesFord.com.
Stock BFP 250444. Always see dealer for details.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
If you're pressed for time, the WIBC Mashup Podcast is your shortcut to the smartest, sharpest, and strangest moments on air. It's the best content from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Updated daily. Find the WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches. Just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
Energy should not need subsidy. With energy, you make money. You don't lose money. But more important than that is it ruins the landscape. It kills the birds. They're noisy. You have a certain place in the Massachusetts area that over the last 20 years had 1 or 2 whales wash ashore. And over the last short period of time, they had 18. Okay? Because it's driving them loco. It's driving them crazy. Now, windmills will not come. It's not going to happen in the United States.
Good. Because this windmill stuff is ridiculous. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. That's President Trump speaking as he was regarding the trade deal with the European Union. And the trade deal, like, you are left wondering why the EU signed this deal. Now, I have made the argument that it's possible that some of these things, $600 billion for investment in the United States. Well, maybe that was going to come anyway. $700 billion for military hardware. Well, maybe that was going to come anyway. And they're just folding into this deal to make it look like a good deal. Maybe. But no tariff on the vast majority of U.S. goods going into the European Union and a 15% tariff on EU goods coming to the United States. I think this response is real of, my gosh, what was the EU thinking? And dear Lord, how did Trump make this happen? It is this admission that the trade war thing is working for Trump in that you make a deal or things are going to get very tough. He's totally willing to make it impossible. So you get the best that you can and you move on with your day. You hope for another president. You hope for another deal. Or you just accept the level of new normals and a whole host of things. I stand by my statements. Tariffs or taxes. That's all. Tariffs or taxes. Plain and simple. It is what it is. It hasn't changed at all. The tariffs have not yet come to the people. And that's why things are working. My concern is what happens when the tariff gets passed along. That's a real issue. But I share with you a story. What I want is economic success. I want this, I don't need Trump to have a win. I need us to have the win. And if tariffs are not going to affect the economy and the inflation could stay low, even though it has ticked back up, okay. There's a story out of the Wall Street Journal. I'm not asking you to trust the Wall Street Journal on anything regarding Trump and I. Maybe you can't even trust him on this stuff, right? The Gelman effect in full effect. Americans see their 401ks not just as nest eggs, but as rainy day funds. The story here is that people are putting more money into their 401k than ever before. And you think, my gosh, we learned this from Dr. Matt Will, economist at the University of Indianapolis. People are paying down their credit card debt, which seems insane. But with this 401k story, 4.8% of workers took a hardship distribution for financial emergencies. That's a record. That is up from a pre-pandemic average of about 2%. So it's more than double. People are putting more in. They're taking more out. Now, some of them are taking it out because they've said, you know what, screw it. We're taking the world trip. We're going on vacation. I'm not going to save this money for when I die. To hell with all that. Let's go. Like, that happens. And I get it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But in the main, it is odd. Is this about the view of 401ks as a tool? And you're willing to pay those penalties? Is this a view about money? Or is this an example of ends are not being met? E.J. Antoni, economist from Heritage Foundation, will be with me for Tony Katz today at noon. We're going to break this down. Matt Barris, traffic.
Northbound 65 out of the north split. Crash blocking 2 left lanes. Jammed up into the split and then slow back to Arlington Avenue. Crash northbound 69 after State Road 37. 2 right lanes blocked. Slow to 116th. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family, somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months, Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or victors.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
What if one day could change the trajectory of your life? A sharpening of character, a challenge to grow deeper, stand stronger, and lead better in faith, family, and purpose. At the Life Church Men's Event on Saturday, August 2nd, you'll hear raw truth from men who've been through the fire. You'll worship, connect, and leave with more than inspiration. You'll leave with a battle plan. Show up, lean in, let God do the rest. Register at lifechurchin.com.
Hey, it's Big Joe for Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, an independent American Standard Platinum customer care dealer. Jim Scott is the owner, and he's ready to take his success into Boone and Hamilton counties.
We have a lot of high-quality equipment. We do high-quality jobs. We do our own duct fabrications. We have service contracts. So with the value that we built because of our 5-star rating, the other counties, as much growth as there is, there's just not enough contractors.
Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, 765-601-1461. Jim's is your trusted local independent American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning dealer.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, gunshots at a housing development on the northeast side of Indianapolis, what police are saying. Also, what forecasters are saying about long-term heat projections. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
President Trump is meeting with Britain's Prime Minister. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It's happening now in Scotland, and there's a familiar issue the president is bringing up, illegal immigration. It's affecting the Europeans as well.
You know, Europe is a much different place than it was just 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And they've got to get their act together. If they don't, you're not going to have Europe anymore as you know it.
The president and Prime Minister Keir Starmer, they meet. And we'll also talk about trade with the UK, a day after the president worked out a new trade deal with the EU, cutting in half the tariffs he threatened on European imports. It'll be 15%, without any charge on American goods sent there. And Fox's Peter Ducey reports from the White House.
The Europeans, the EU, agreed to buy $750 billion of American energy in coming years. Not only is that a lot of money, but it also stops the Europeans from looking elsewhere to other countries.
Now, the president and Prime Minister Starmer will also talk today about Gaza after talks with Hamas broke down last week. And the president also said a few minutes ago,
yeah, a ceasefire is possible, but you have to get it. You have to end it.
There had been growing international condemnation of Israel from countries which believe it's responsible for starvation in Gaza. Israel's response is to pause fighting for 10 hours each day and allow airdrops of aid. Israel says it's acting to refute what it calls the false claim of intentional starvation. It's set up new, secure avenues for aid convoys.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Thailand and Cambodia have agreed to a ceasefire after days of fighting. Another Boeing strike is looming after a long one in the Seattle area last year.
They make fighter jets at 3 Boeing plants in the St. Louis area. About 3,200 workers overwhelmingly voting to reject the latest contract offer and go on strike after a 1-week cooling off period. So next Monday, union leadership had recommended taking the deal, which included a 20% pay raise over 4 years and better medical, pension, and overtime benefits.
That's Fox's Chris Foster. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
5 people are in Indianapolis hospitals. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 80 degrees going up to 89. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
Our detectives are canvassing the area, hoping to speak with witnesses and so forth.
That's IMPD Sergeant William Young talking about a shooting on the city's northeast side on Sunday in a neighborhood near East 38th and North Carroll Road.
We're looking for anybody with doorbell footage or camera footage to come forth and give us that information that we so desire.
And Young added,
I can tell you that 4 individuals were inside of a vehicle and 1 individual was outside of a vehicle. And an exchange of gunfire occurs. For some reason, some type of disturbance occurred. We don't know what the background of that is.
And police have not mentioned any arrests. Heat might not be the only issue this week.
There is a bit of a signal for thunderstorms later in the week, but
it's a little bit too early to tell how widespread that's going to be and where that coverage is going to be located. So we just recommend in central Indiana citizens just to stay up to date on latest weather trends as we get into the Wednesday and Thursday.
Aaron Updike with the National Weather Service added for Wednesday and Thursday.
There could be the end time of these thunderstorms in this time of year with high humidity and high heat. They're very capable of producing a half an inch to an inch within 30 minutes to an hour.
And he says Tuesday is your hottest day with heat index values above 100. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You may have heard about the homeless encampment on Fountain Square on the south side of Indianapolis, where some arrests have been tied to drugs and violence. Ashley, who lives on the street, says not everybody who is homeless is using drugs.
They want to put it as drug use just because this person may have done a drug at past time, and they hold them to that regardless. But I'm telling you, I've done job applications, not gotten calls back.
And people who live at the homeless encampment have been told by the city of Indianapolis they have until August 11th to leave. Fort Wayne police say they've made an arrest in connection to a hit and run that killed somebody 4 years ago. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
Officers arresting 31-year-old Kiera Chapman on Friday. She's now looking at charges of leaving the scene of an accident causing death and leaving the scene of an accident causing bodily injury. The crash happened on Easter Sunday, 2021. Her car collided with another vehicle, resulting in the death of 17-year-old Samaya Barker. Police pronounced Barker dead at the scene. The other car had no one in it when they arrived. Chapman is currently being held at the Allen County Jail. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Day number 5 of Colts training camp gets underway soon at Grand Park in Westfield, and the Colts have a preseason game just a week from today. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Ryan, here we go. North side, southbound 465 in the 865 interchange. A crash on the left shoulder. Eastbound 465 before ditch. Crash blocking the shoulder, causing stop-and-go traffic back past Michigan Road. Crash north side, eastbound 465 in the White River. That's shy of Allisonville Road, causing slow traffic back to Keystone Avenue. Fishers, northbound 69 after State Road 37, crash blocking two right lanes, stopping traffic past 116th Street. Coming in from Delaware County, southbound 69 a couple miles after State Road 67 Daleville. That's a crash blocking the right lane, causing slow traffic back to that interchange. Westbound 70 coming in stop and go traffic from Arlington Avenue to the North Split, and that's a delay time of 7 minutes. Then we have a crash coming out of the North Split on northbound 65 at Meridian. Two left lanes blocked. Only the right lane available, has traffic jammed up to Michigan Street. Northbound 65 south side slow from Southport Road up to 465 because of construction, and northbound 65 stop and go before and after Raymond Street because of that construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. It is going to be a hot day today, a humid one as well. We've got some spotty showers and storms this morning. We'll get a break, and then more will develop later this afternoon. We'll go with a high of 93. Feels like temps 100 to 105. Partly cloudy, incredibly muggy and mild again, 76. We'll get up to 94 on Tuesday. Sunny and hot with a spotty shower or thunderstorm possible into the afternoon. Those heat indices 100 plus. 90 Wednesday with some scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. But then the relief is here. For the end of the week, we will be into the upper 70s, near 80, and more importantly, humidity values drop.
You say that. What are you willing to say to guarantee the people, the good people of Indianapolis, that this will happen?
My word should be a guarantee. I mean, hello? Hello?
We're going to take the word of weather folk? What next?
Yes.
What next? We're going to take the word of psychics?
We take the word of Tony Katz sometimes, so yes.
That we do.
There you go. Yes.
That's you, by the way.
Yes. Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
That is you. Taking the word of Tony Katz is right on. Solid. Like Thanos.
I am inevitable.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. We got everything here. What else do you need? You need some Beastie Boys? I got you covered. And if that doesn't work for you, I got Rock Lobster.
Beastie Boys for Rock Lobster.
Oh yeah, we can do it all here.
Wow.
I can bring you from this right on over to Angela's theme.
Oh. Is it the flute or the piccolo?
That's a great question. I just don't think it's any of your concern. I'm pretty sure that's the flute.
Okay.
Pretty sure that is the flute. And if you don't like the theme to Taxi, we could just do this.
What would Blind Boy Tano do if he was here right now? He'd make a plan and he'd follow through. That's what Blind Boy Tano do. What would Blind Boy Tano do if he were here today? I'm sure he'd kick ass or two. That's what Blind Boy Tano do.
Got you covered.
Wow. You really do have it all.
Yeah. Yeah, you want show tunes?
Could be. Who knows?
You want a little Buffy?
Where do we go?
I never really watched the Buffy.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, nothing against Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No.
I mean, love her.
No.
But I just.
No. Bad Tara Hastings.
I'll look it up on one of those streaming programs. Maybe I can start binge watching it.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, clearly going to hell. Thank you, Tara.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. I didn't hang up on her. Producer Carl did. 76 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:10.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
I have now been in Indianapolis for 11 years. Who knows if I'll make it to 12? How is it possible that I have never heard of the Footlight venue or Footlight musicals? How is it possible I have never heard of the Headback Community Theater? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I catch this story from Dave Lindquist over there at IBJ. At Century Mark, Footlight venue seeks support for repairs. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what Footlight is. Well, they do shows, Broadway-style shows, all unpaid volunteers. They do stuff where kids are on stage. The building is 100 years old. I don't even know where the building is. At 19th and Alabama, built in the 1890s. I have never heard of it. I have never seen it. I had no idea there was a theater, another theater in town. How many seats? Like, I am going to need a tour. And they're doing this fundraiser was it on August 2nd? Is that when they're doing it? No, that's not when they're doing the fundraiser, is it? Maybe it is. You can actually go to Footlight, Footlite, footlight.org, if you want to be a part of it. It's very cool. I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know the theater existed. It's amazing that all these years later, I can still be surprised. There are still things I don't know. I'd love to see it. This is very, very cool. So if you know anything about it, you know anybody who's involved, send them my way, Tony@TonyKatz.com. I'd love to learn more. Gary Dick goes inside Indiana business. That is next. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Cardiac issues are the #1 cause of death every year. If you would like to learn about a personalized heart program that offers more than just drugs or surgery, join us for our free Holistic Integration Seminar, Holistic Heart, a holistic approach to heart health, Wednesday, July 30th at 6:30 p.m. You'll hear from Dr. Robert Prather, host of the Voice of Health Radio. Those who attend will receive our autonomic nervous system test that measures your heart function, nervous system, and circulatory system for just $49, normally a $195 value.
The ANS test is going to give a picture on your cardiovascular health and your nervous system health like nothing else.
The Holistic Integration Free Seminar, Holistic Heart, featuring Dr. Robert Prather, Wednesday, July 30th at 6:30 p.m. Reserve your seat by calling 317-848-8048 or online at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Seminars can help.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Seminar Thursday, July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30, stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. Or Saturday, August 2nd, Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m., stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 30 minutes before. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
Heading out of the North Split, Tony, crash northbound 65 at Meridian. And right now, the lanes that are blocked, 2 left lanes leaving only the right lane. Has traffic jammed up into the North Split, then slow back to Emerson Avenue. Northbound 65-70 now slow after Raymond Street up to the North Split because of that crash and construction. Way on the south side, northbound 65 pockets is slow from County Line Road up to 465. That's congestion and construction because of the construction. Inbound 69 stop and go traffic from 106th Street down to 82nd. And a traffic hazard on eastbound 465 of the White River on the shoulder. Stop and go traffic to Keystone Avenue. Crash north side, eastbound 465, a ditch on the shoulder. Slow back to 865. And a crash on the northwest side, southbound 465 in the 865 interchange. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Crash Fishers, northbound 69. It was a vehicle fully engulfed after State Road 37. Now the right lane is closed, causing slow traffic back to 116th Street. And in from Delaware County, crash southbound 69 a couple miles after State Road 67. The right lane is blocked and traffic is slow back to the 67 Daleville interchange. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
75 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and non-stop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers, under new ownership, just off State Road 37. Stop by for special grand opening prices during the summer sales event.
So you've got Hoosiers feeling our economy, but you also have a lot of growth going on. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Gary Dick joins us from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. Personally, you can follow him at Gary Dick, Gerry, at Gary Dick on the Twitter X box. right there. A series of stories that you have that I want to get into, but we're going to start where it is that we start. This is the USDA determining that Indianapolis is going to be one of the 5 hubs as they move themselves out of being DC based and get into where agriculture lives. Talk to me about what's happening here.
Yeah, and I think you hit on the key point there, Tony, and that's getting the agency closer to farmers and ranchers around the country, getting away from Washington, D.C. It's part of the Trump administration focus across multiple agencies, kind of decentralizing, getting away from the swamp, as it's been referred to in Washington, D.C. So, as you say, Indianapolis been selected as one of 5 hubs around the country where they'll disperse employees of the USDA. Indianapolis, Raleigh, North Carolina, Kansas City, Missouri, Fort Collins, Colorado, Salt Lake City were the selected cities for the hubs. And for Indiana, it is a feather in the state's cap. You know, the state has a strong agriculture community, a strong focus on ag bioscience, kind of forward-looking agriculture as well. I know members of the Indiana congressional delegation made a hard pitch to Secretary Brooke Rollins here recently,
right? And
that turned out successful.
What's interesting here, and it's worthy of consideration, is that when you take a look at these hubs, this is not a small thing. This is quite massive because it's not only about what Indianapolis gets and Indiana gets. This is a rethink of how government should work. It's rare stuff.
Yeah.
The hubs are Indianapolis, Raleigh, North Carolina, Kansas City, Missouri, Fort Collins, Colorado, and Salt Lake City. So outside of Raleigh, you almost got this straight line that goes across the country. The interesting part here, Gary, is that Tennessee ain't on this list. The interesting part is that Florida's not on this list. The interesting part is that Georgia's not on this list. The southern states where people move to because the weather's better didn't make it. Outside of Raleigh, it is all Midwest and into the West. And I think that is a fascinating story here as a massive win for the state of Indiana and a selling point to there are reasons to be here, boo-boo. Real important reasons to be here.
Yeah, I think you're spot on that, Tony. And I hadn't thought about it in that way, but you're absolutely right. If you look at the cities selected across the country, not going to some of the hot spots, as you would say. And among the reasons the USDA is doing this is going to places, as they say, going to places that are affordable, that have quality of life, and all those types of things. Not only close to agriculture, but quality of life, cost of living, those types of things for employees. And Indiana made the list. And the hope is, the expectation is, across other industries too, decisions are being made based in part on some of those kind of factors.
I think that in all of the covering of this and talk about this, it's great for Indianapolis. It's great for the state. But, man, there's a bigger story here that I think has a real sales capability. Talking to Gary Dick from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. You've got the state fair that is starting up. $31 million worth of impact. But really, this is the story of the fairgrounds, all the work that they've done there. And while they're doing that work, you've got Noblesville building arenas, you've got Fishers building arenas, you've got Grand Park that's going to have this massive redo with Saul Ozdemir and the Keystone Group, and it was a Bullseye Ventures, I believe it is. So you've got a lot going on, a lot happening in these other places. What is the plan for the fairgrounds to compete with these things in the donut counties, never mind things that are going on to the south, Hendricks Live, et cetera, and to compete with downtown Indianapolis?
Well, they're in the mix, to be sure, Tony. As you mentioned, $31 million economic impact of the fair, the state fair itself. But overall, $200 million is the annual economic impact peg at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. 400 events there. And I know we've talked about it before. It's been open now for a while. But the old swine barn, that ancient building, was essentially totally redone, a massive redo of that to turn into the Fall Creek Pavilion. They've got a portable banked track there and hosted the NCAA track and field championships. So It is competitive in the world of sports. As you mentioned, Noblesville getting ready to officially open the arena at Innovation Mile, which is going to be the home of the Pacers G League team, the Noblesville Boom, but also to host concerts and entertainment venues. Fishers already open, doing the same, a little bit larger arena in Fishers. So the competitive scene, if you will, for sports in a variety of ways is indeed very competitive. Not to mention, as you said, Grand Park and Westfield. Lots going on in the whole sports sector.
Yeah, I need to get a tour of the arena. So Mayor Jensen, let's make that happen. It's gotta happen. Gotta happen soon.
I tell you, Tony. Yeah, we got in last week, and it is an impressive facility, about 3,500 seats. In fact, they held a G League meeting. Several teams from the league were in Noblesville not too long ago, and there's an expectation that this arena will kind of serve as a template or kind of a standard, if you will, for the rest of the league going forward. So it's a very impressive facility.
Gary Dick, InsideIndianaBusiness.com, on the Twitter X at IIB, and that he got into the arena before I did? Seriously. That's all I have to say, Gary Dick. Good to talk to you as always, sir. Follow him on the Twitter X at Gary Dick, Gerry at Gary Dick on Twitter X. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's going on?
What's up, Tony? Looking at northbound 69 after State Road 37, a vehicle fire blocking the right lane now. No delay at the moment. We do have a slowdown going through that area. Just watch out. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic 106th Street, 282nd. Traffic hazard on eastbound 465 of the White River between Keystone and Allisonville Road over on the shoulder. A little bit of slowdown as you make your way through that area. North side crash eastbound to 465. A ditch slowing us down past Michigan, and a crash in the 865 interchange. It's westbound 465 going to southbound to 465. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
This is Rob.
And this is Casey.
We count on a politician doing something incredibly stupid. We'll tell you about it Monday.
Join us 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market, just 20 minutes north of Carmel. We're proud to bring you the freshest produce farmed right here in Indiana and across the Midwest. And don't miss our home-style fried chicken, scratch-made bakery, and a deli packed with ready-to-go favorites. Got a sweet tooth? Check out a variety of old-fashioned candies, the kind that brings back sweet memories from your childhood. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about local freshness, friendly faces, and food that feels like home. Wilson Farm Market. That's Wilson Farm Market.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Mark your calendar for August 1st. George's Medical Equipment is celebrating their new retail space with an open house from 10 to 1. There will be a grill out starting at 11, free battery checks, and a chance to win a lift chair. Whether you're looking for medical supplies, mobility aids, or respiratory equipment, their team is ready to help. Located behind Planet Fitness at 7434 Shadeland Station. George's accepts Medicare, Medicaid, most third-party Advantage plans, and all waiver programs.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
No one will love your HVAC system as much as we do. Call Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing for an honest assessment on your current AC system or get a great deal on a new one. Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, where coming home never felt so good.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Discussing end-of-life matters can be uncomfortable, but it's also necessary to ensure that loved ones' wishes are well known ahead of time. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. Up next, I'll share suggestions to help ease anxiety surrounding the talk.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Direct, open, and honest conversation is the best way to discuss end-of-life wishes. Knowing your loved one's preferred treatments and desired arrangements will ready everyone for when the time comes. Also helpful, creating a will or trust to ensure assets are distributed accordingly. And consider an end-of-life doula to assist your family during the process. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access the library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
Some memories last forever.
A cow says,
some memories thrill.
this is a roller coaster.
Some memories chill.
Listen to the lemon shake-up.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair. Presented by Get Prepared Indiana. Save now on discounted tickets.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Tough trade talks. It is raining in downtown Indianapolis right now. Light rain, 80 degrees going up to 91. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. President Trump holding more trade talks, and it could be close to more agreements. Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House.
This weekend during a 75-minute meeting, the Europeans, the EU, agreed to buy $750 billion of American energy in coming years. Not only is that a lot of money, but it also stops the Europeans from looking elsewhere to other countries for their energy. And it's also going to, this big deal, drop the overall tariff on the EU to 15%. A few hundred miles away in Stockholm today, the president's top trade advisors are meeting with their Chinese counterparts. And if they can bring the temperature down a little bit, President Trump and President Xi could soon meet in person.
And President Trump and congressional Republicans are touting their accomplishments this morning, like passing the One Big Beautiful Bill in the first 6 months of the GOP majority in Congress. And the White House and Speaker Mike Johnson is reacting to that.
We've delivered more between this Congress and this administration than any Congress and administrative team in the history of the United States. There's so much to sell, so much to talk about, so many great things. The polls are lagging, but they are going to improve. We know that for a certainty.
And Democrats argue Republican majority and the presidency is only benefiting wealthy Americans. They claim cuts made to SNAP benefits and Social Security in the One Big Beautiful Bill were only used to offset the extension of the president's 2017 tax cuts. It's going to stay hot across the Hoosier State for the next couple of days. Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service Indianapolis says temperatures will hit the 90s Monday and Tuesday.
We get high temperatures possibly approaching the mid-90s with heat index values above 105 to 110.
And things should start to cool down by the end of the week, says Updike. New numbers out today from the U.S. Census Bureau show a bit of a slowdown for single-family home building. Here's Jake McDaniel.
Last month, building permits dropped by 13% compared to May. That's over 1,000 permits in June versus 2,000 in May. It's also down 6% from last year at this time. CEO of the Indiana Builders Association, Rick Wadja, says this mirrors a national trend. But the good news is for the year so far, Indiana's up 3% compared to last year and continues to lead the Midwest in new home growth. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com.
Final score, Fever 93, Sky 78. And now you know the Fever have won 2 in a row.
A road win for the Fever is called by John Nolan along the Fever Radio Network over the Sky, backed by a 35-point performance from Kelsey Mitchell.
I like to think that I take what people give me, play within the game, play within the schemes of the game based on what my coaches and my team is looking for.
And Caitlin Clark missed her 4th game in a row with a groin injury. She's only played in half of the Fever's games this season. The Fever play Phoenix on Wednesday. Bubba Wallace takes the win at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Sunday.
My gas man said 20 years he's been trying to win this thing. I had a lot of first-timers today. That was Charles's first Cup win. So to do it here at Indy, it brings me joy to see them have success.
And Wallace is the first black driver to win at the track. It's his 3rd career victory and first since 2022 in Kansas. And the Indianapolis Colts training camp continues today. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
I-69 Fishers northbound lanes have cleared after State Road 37. We had a vehicle fire and the cleanup has taken off. And that's the same with southbound 69, a couple of miles after State Road 267 coming in after Delaware County. After that interchange at 69 and 32 in that area. That crash has cleared. Looking at eastbound 465 on the north side, crash clear. Westbound 465 at 865, crash on the exit ramp to southbound, traffic slow back to Michigan Road. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
75 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Dow futures up 23. NASDAQ futures up 87. I was actually expecting a little bit more from that EU trade deal. It seems to be outrageously one-sided. We're going to dig into it on Tony Katz today. Starting at noon, West Texas crude is up $66.33 a barrel. Brent crude, $69.60. Both are up over $1 right now. 10-year Treasury is up to 4.40. Could have something to do with these trade deals. The deal with the European Union announced. It's something. It is something. But Trump's saying he's going to reduce Russia's 50-day deadline for a peace deal with Ukraine. Oh, okay. Let's go through this again. It is understood that Russia is the impediment to peace and Russia is the aggressive force, the aggressor in this war with Ukraine. They started it. You don't want to spend the money on Ukraine? That's absolutely fine. But you're going to have to deal with the fact that that Russia is an expansionist power and wants power and will go after NATO nations. And Article 5 will be invoked that an attack on one is an attack on all. And we're going to get involved. This was the argument of Vladimir Zelensky with J.D. Vance. And it should be understood that J.D. Vance in the Oval Office lost that conversation in a rare moment of him not actually having focus. He's way smarter than that. But when he said, well, fix this with diplomacy, what diplomacy? With Vladimir Putin, who you can't trust? Then Zelensky went too far, and Trump put him in his place, and I argue that Trump was absolutely right to do so. But Vance was wrong. Now we're at the moment where you've tried to create the peace deals with Russia. Russia is not interested in engaging more bombings of Ukraine. Of course, Ukraine was involved in that massive drone attack on the Russians. But Trump feels he's being insulted by Putin, not played. That's very, very wrong terminology here. And so he said 50 days or massive sanctions. Now it'll be less than 50 days. Just put the sanctions on now. I don't think Putin cares about sanctions. The only thing he cares about is whether or not he's going to get killed. That seems obvious. But we have a mineral rights deal now in Ukraine, which I assume is going to be a protection deal coming up because we're going to protect any investment we have in getting those minerals, those rare earth minerals, other things. So that's where we're at. The reduction of this peace deal. Again, go ahead, put the sanctions on right now. Why waste time? I just don't think it's going to mean anything. Not a thing at all. So here's where we're at. And maybe this is keeping the market down a little because I did think that the futures would be more up from the trade deal, because it does. From just the outside looking in, this trade deal looks insane. Why would the EU even think of signing this? This to me is a way for Trump and the Trump team to say, you're going to make deals with us or life's going to get terrible for you. Which, of course, can be discussed as whether or not it puts America on a different footing with the rest of the world and how we treat the world. Or how we're seen. Are we seen as a partner? Are we seen as the beacon? Are we seen as kind of abusing our position? I think for Trump and that point of view, it is, no. Our position has been abused by them. And now we're just correcting a ship. Maybe it won't always be this way. Maybe these things will settle down over time. We'll see. But I expected the market to be higher. And now I'm curious as to why it's not. It could be a host of things. Could be the deal's not as good as we think, but I don't think that's it. Could be some of these other things going on. The prospect of war, the prospect of disruption in Russian oil, all of it's possible. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning.
Another update is just minutes away.
Jeffrey Epstein controversy. Ghislaine Maxwell. She answered all the questions truthfully.
Hear the news.
Biden White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain. Cognitive decline was covered up.
As events happen.
Heat indices going up to triple digits.
We'll happen to be there.
Get yourself in some air conditioning. Try to limit your time outdoors. Stay hydrated.
Heat like this through at least next week.
On the level.
Several people shot across Indianapolis.
On the go.
Taken to the hospital.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. I've been working out there now for nearly 2 decades, and let me tell you, it works. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm doing things on the farm that I couldn't even do in my 40s. Lifting and carrying, working the way I want to, without worrying if my body can keep up. Now that's real strength. That's real results. What makes Exercise Inc. different? Well, it's the people. The professional staff, many with over 15 years of experience, know exactly how to guide me, support me, and push me to be my very strongest because they know what works. It only takes 20 minutes a week. No wasted time, no crowded gyms, just real results. If you're tired of feeling weaker, if you want more energy and strength for everyday life, give this a try. The consultation is free, and I can promise you it's worth it. Exercise Inc. It's helped me stay strong for nearly 20 years. They can help you too. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up. They've got locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, and in Fishers, too. That's exerciseinc.com. It's summer in Indiana, and I'm betting the floors in your home are dirtier than the infield the day after the 500. I'm also guessing they'd probably appreciate a good cleaning. Hi, this is Denny Smith, and there is no better go-to resource for cleaning those floors than Zero-Res. They can handle virtually every surface in your home. Carpets, tile and grout, hardwood, laminate, stone, upholstery, rugs, and even your air ducts. Before we get any deeper into summer, you can get 3 rooms Zero-Resified and get 1 room free and $50 off air duct cleaning too. Zero-Res means zero residue, and it's in the water they use. The unique ZR water uses no soap, no harsh chemicals, and leaves no residue, just healthy, fresh surfaces. Zero-Res cleans our floors, and I'll tell you that it is simply amazing, and it works. But don't take my word for it. Just check out the 4,900 5-star Google reviews. Call now. Mention WIBC. When you get 3 rooms cleaned, you get 1 room for free and $50 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141 or ZeroResIndy.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is 0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? single people making less than $24,000 a year, or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Big stories locally, big moves in Washington. WIBC.com keeps you updated throughout the day with all the news that matters, plus traffic, weather, and more on your phone, your laptop, wherever you are. It's news when you need it.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
Looking at eastbound 465 before Allisonville Road, a crash slowing traffic back to Keystone Avenue. Then on the north side, southbound 465, that 865 interchange, a crash. And the left lane is blocked. Traffic is stop and go past Michigan Road. Northbound 65 slow on the south side. It's a construction zone, so we are slow. Raymond Street into the south split. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 77 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:45. Favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what that song is. You know what? I'm going to start where we have to start. I'm going to phone a friend. We go to Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. Matt Bear, what is that television theme song?
That's Seventh Heaven, Tony.
Nice. Well done. Well played. It is not, of course. Now, the chat room is in a bit of a struggle. Some think it's Lost in Space, and some think it's My Favorite Martian. It has that kind of vibe. I'm going to go, because I don't know what it is, I'm going to go, Producer Carl, with Lost in Space. There we go.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
There it is. There it is. I appreciate it. We've got the full list there at WIBC.com. Rex on Twitter is very unhappy with the show. Producer Carl. Rex said, I decided to give this Tony Katz show a try. Is it always 57 minutes of commercials, news, and traffic, and only 3 minutes of him talking per hour? Yes. I speak for more than 3 minutes. My gosh. But are you saying it's too much Matt Bear? I mean, is this the argument, Rex? Matt Bear, we go to Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. How do you feel about that it's too much Matt Bear each and every hour? That's what I thought. Speechless. So disgusted, he cannot speak. Cannot say the words. Absolutely true. There is an absolutely fantastic... I have it posted. This woman named Angela White puts a post out, and it reads, just had to share our daughter's senior parking space. So I guess, is this seniors in high school? They have like assigned parking and they decorate their parking space, which I didn't know happens, and it's a super cool idea. And she writes, she is a huge racing fan. Her and her dad brought her vision to life, and it turned out amazing. And she's adding people, to this, the Speedway and Doug Bowles and Graham Rahal, IndyCar on Fox, Hingetown, Pat McAfee, a whole bunch of people. And this girl drew in her parking space. It's the pagoda, and it's the yard of bricks, and it's got the flyover, and it's the last lap because she's a senior. I got to admit, it's fantastic. Like as perfectly wholesome Indiana awesome as there is. It's terrific. It is super cool. And I think it was Graham Rahal's like, I got to come by and get a picture with this thing. I'm sorry, it's very cool. I will admit to you that for every issue, which, the issues are real, this place is fantastic. It is. It is. The place is magical. Undoubtedly true. For every time we get the ridiculousness from the Secretary of State, Diego Morales, and the very, very nonsensical statement from his communications director, Lindsay Eaton, and the flat-out, I think, fraudulent statement regarding WIBC News, to which they should apologize for speaking about our newsroom in such a way, in my view. Right, what you think about the host is different than what you think about the news department, and you need to be very, very clear in your discussions, Lindsay Eaton, especially coming from the news world, to make this statement. I'm not quite sure what you're doing, nor am I sure, of course, what the Secretary of State's office is doing with some of their responses. For all of that, you get this. It's not a wholesome. That's not it. There's a fun that takes place in this place. There's an enjoyment. There's a happiness. It's nice to see. It really is. So be sure to check that out on Twitter X, because this thing is going to go viral in a matter of moments. It's just cool. It's like, all right, cool. And people are going to, guaranteed, IndyCar is stopping by. That is my take. On Tony Katz today at noon, it's a heck of a show, people. We are going to be digging more into these people saying that Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, is lying, and there's no new information. No, there's definitely new information. No. Tulsi Gabbard's showing you the information. I don't think that's a lie. Now, some things were already known, but some things are known by people for the first time. It still shows the duplicitousness of the Obama administration. And yes, I think there is new information here. I think the argument of this is what we already knew isn't enough. It's not complete enough. It's some of what we already knew. But for a lot of people who weren't watching these things, they never knew any of this. The fraudulent nature of Obama, Biden, John Brennan, then CIA Director James Comey, then FBI Director James Clapper, then the Director of National Intelligence, Loretta Lynch, the then Attorney General. This stuff matters a lot. And the Obama team going back at Tulsi Gabbard, no. You please don't think for a second that we think you're trustworthy. And then there's Rashida Tlaib, who, and I don't know what was happening here. She takes to the front of the Capitol, and she's holding a spoon in one of those metal containers you would see like in a salad bar. And, well,
Palestinian people, this is all for you.
I don't know. She's just banging. She's got a spoon. She's banging on the, I don't know, maybe being an anti-Semite makes you dumb. I got to assume, because I don't know what else their excuse is. But it's just weird. And Tony Kinnett made a great parody video of this. You should go check that out, the Tonus on the Twitter X. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, I'm Towley. I have no idea what's going on. But these progressives are broken. And let's make sure we remember that Election Day is November 3rd, 2026. these people can't win re-election. And we should be asking that, or possibly making that same statement about Diego Morales, who should come on the show and explain himself. Really bad work, Lindsey Eaton. We will be responding. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, checking out westbound 465 and the 865 Rams. That's a crash. It has a slow back to